Okay.
This is Full Size Podcast with Paul.
I really wish I could get another pandemic.
Kyle.
Suck on it until the magic happens.
Phil.
Jesus was from New Jersey.
And me, Tyler.
I would love to know what the f*** is playing right now.
Okay.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
All right, I'm in. Me too.
Let's do this!
Yes.
Hey,
What's up, everybody?
welcome to see you.
Welcome to another episode of Full Size Podcast. We have a wonderful program for you today. Don't touch that dial.
Wonderful.
Oh, don't touch that dial.
Dial.
Don't touch that dial. So,
Don't touch that Kyle.
don't touch that, Kyle. So I noticed.
I don't want to touch Kyle.
That's a good way to start a conversation. I noticed
So we're
that.
talking about the church now, or
Jesus Christ.
as a matter of fact, we might touch on the church.
Minister Washington, how could you?
That was so good.
Evangelist, please don't come after.
That's a topic.
That was so good.
What impressions can you do?
Oh yeah.
What would you say?
A little bit
would
of Cleveland
is your
yeah.
best impression?
All right, I was very impressed with the three of you. I was the weakest link.
Wait, I did impressions with salmonella.
No, on the way
Oh, this is
there.
before the salmonella.
Oh,
On the way to the trip.
This is
This is actually, and you know,
this is Christopher Walken with salmonella.
I was
Oh.
I was going through the Instant 360 footage of the of the drive up, and oh boy,
oh no!
oh boy,
Oh my God! I forgot we have that.
Our trip to Boston
Oh
we took
my
a little
God!
while
You have
ago.
the whole ride up.
not the whole ride, but I have a solid 2 hours
Oh my God!
To explain to those
because
who
I
don't
remember
know,
I forgot that it was on.
What did we say?
A lot of stuff.
to explain to those who don't know, we
Worthy.
did have the four of us went up for a trip to Boston a little while ago, and it got cut short because Kyle got really sick. We can elaborate.
What podcast
later.
Iron episode was that?
Episode 12 or 13, we recapped the whole thing on Podcast Iron if you want to know more about that. But
And then because there was also when Phil and I were on for that as well.
Yes.
that was the recap.
Yeah, we kind of
okay.
joined all that together. And
Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
nailed
Kyle and I
Yeah.
hopped on the mic to talk it up. We recapped.
That's
and then
right.
And then we cut to the live event. That's
Yeah.
what we did on
PJ, I
that
got
show.
cut.
But anyway,
Yeah, we were up in Boston for the Hot Sauce Festival, and PJ said, "Let me just get this thing rolling for you guys." And oh God, what did we do? What did you do? What's your?
I don't remember. We were
Cleveland
just talking right
definitely-
now. We were just planning today's episode, and we were talking about how we may touch on later about characters fighting or something like that, right? So I was just like, Filbert. I was just doing like oh God, I'm nauseous.
Oh God.
Wait, no, you're Cleveland is.
Yeah, you're hold on. Your Cleveland was
That was Minister Washington, how
Oh,
Wow,
that's so good.
that's great.
I love
Yeah.
Cleveland.
think-
Did
Well,
you hear the thing about
You were
Cleveland?
doing a good Jimmy Stewart. I remember that.
Oh, Murray,
Just suck it. Just touch it.
Clarence.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart getting blown.
What are you doing playing that stupid song again?
told you about
I don't want to hear that song anymore.
Not so much with the teeth, Mary. Damn it.
Remember he got old.
Breathe
and
out
he
your
started-
nose, damn it.
Remember he was old and he would like bring poetry to Johnny Carson. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
No,
we no.
30 years old.
Did we talk about that?
We talked about that on the car ride. Yeah. We were talking about the poetry.
Dude, he did one. Look it up. He did one about his pets. He did one about traveling, and the whole time it's like this long drawn out thing. Johnny Carson's like, how does Johnny Carson talk?
Oh, that's what Joni Rivers is going to be on the show with us.
What the fuck? Oh my God!
That's so good.
Got a really good show for you tonight. We're going to be on a little bit later today. We're going to see
The
a wonderful
amazing
program.
Karnak.
Yeah, the Karnak Sis Boom Ba. Right?
My
What is the sound of an exploding sheep?
That's so good.
All right.
Now, do Johnny Carson interviewing Cleveland now.
I can't. Really?
To switch back and forth.
So Cleveland, you lost your show there. You had your own spin-off show a little bit while there, and now it's gone. See, so what are you doing now?
back to Quahog, Rhode Island, my best friend.
Nice.
It was 3 seasons of some of the best work of my life.
So, like,
Holy fucking shit!
does your wife want to meet you somewhere? Do you like
Dude,
just
honestly-
doing these in the room?
That's the thing is, I'll be doing them by myself. I'll just like, I'll try something out while
You're
I'm
on the can,
farting
just
around
like,
this.
I used to.
Yeah.
I when I was a kid.
Tyler's taking a shit. Courtney's filing divorce papers.
Wait, from the
You're
shit?
Cleveland.
From the shit or the fact that
The shit, definitely.
I was gonna say I've heard marriages have ended over like a dude shitting in the bathroom while the wife was in the shower.
No.
Yeah,
That's something else wrong with that relationship is
Yeah.
what
But
that is.
That's year one behavior.
Oh my goodness.
Incredibly good, Tyler. Very
That was fun. That'll be a fun conversation.
I could do a good Ray Romano, Deborah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
That is good. Oh, all the people from Homestar used to be able to do.
Yeah.
You hope so what and strong body emails and all those too. Those were always good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Each day we die a little more.
That's so
I used to
What's
sit
yours,
in
Pete?
front of the in front of the mirror and make faces and do
Like Jim
impressions
Carrey?
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like that's the
Clint
thing. Like,
Eastwood he does and stuff,
Well,
right?
that's what he did.
That's what that was. What he got going with.
But
yeah.
and like it was funny because I just used to do it because I used to make funny faces in the
Yeah.
mirror, and then
Yeah.
then when all of a sudden like Jim Carrey got popular and like all those things, he's like, yeah, I used to sit in front of the mirror and make faces. I'm like,
I'm Jim Carrey.
Did you ever look at that guy's backstory?
I've been seen.
His family, they were like mining town people. Like his
Yeah.
great grandfather was a
and
miner.
they used to
his grandfather
travel
was,
all over.
dude. And when he decided like I'm gonna be the one to break this chain, his family like
Yeah.
disowned him, and he like lived in his car. He
Yeah.
was living in his car when he got in living color.
Wasn't it? It
Man.
may not be Jim Carrey, but I thought Jim Carrey's family lived out of a van for a long time.
Down by
the river?
Down by the river.
Dude, that guy versus Chris Farley. Chris Farley versus John Candy.
No, John Candy doesn't have the same energy. You're talking about like Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
energy
but no,
and
no,
John
no, no,
Candy.
no. But you're talking about funny heavyweights. Actually,
Yeah.
They would
actually
beat the shit out of each
here's
other.
here's I think a better equal match
Okay.
would be John Belushi versus Chris Farley.
No.
Because not only was
If Chris Farley got a hold of him, he'd kill him.
I feel like Chris Farley had a much better imagination than.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but
He'd find a way to squirrel out of
Yeah,
anything.
but Belushi used to
I don't know
be
anything
just
about Belushi.
oh, dude,
the thing.
he used to be so like athletic for like a heavyset guy. Now he's not nowhere near as big as Farley was, but
No, not
Can you
anymore.
imagine
He's
the amount of
dead.
energy
Well,
it took
yeah.
to move a body that big as fast as Farley did.
oh my goodness,
That's where the cocaine
He
came
was
in.
so-
Battery was.
I got one.
Charged and ran out fast.
Yeah.
Ralphie
man.
May versus John Panette.
Who's Ralphie? Oh,
Oh, in what kind of match though?
sumo,
Dude, a
Had to
disc
be-
match. Imagine them
Disc
slamming
match?
each other. Ralphie.
Oh,
Ralphie would win because John
I
Panette's,
think you're all fat.
John Panette's stuff was clean though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
but that's okay. He could get dirty.
yeah,
if
but
he
no,
wanted
but
to.
that's the thing is John Panette would get dirty, and apparently he was dirty as hell in the green room. No, in the green room.
Really?
Yeah, that's why. I
John
love,
Panette's the best.
That's why I love listening to Rogan when he has
He's a food
when he
comedian.
has
The best.
comedians on, because they talk about stories of the green room at the Comedy Store where all the comedians would come
Love it.
Oh,
and they
okay.
tell stories about guys like Ralphie May and John Panette and all these great
Patrice
comedians.
O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal.
Oh.
Like, you get once you listen to like these comedians podcasts and they talk about those things, like it's
the best.
It's so good.
the early Bill Burr stuff.
Oh my!
I love the inside
God.
stuff, like all the inside stuff like that. That's
Who's
my
your favorite
inside show
comedian? If
business,
you had to make a Mount Rushmore of comedians, minus Carlin and Pryor and all that. Obviously, we know they're the greats. Who would you say would be your Mount Rushmore of 4 comedians if you could only pick 4 comedians?
Four's a lot. Why don't we just do 2?
No,
top
4.
2.
I can't even pick 4.
I'd probably say.
Like who would be on it?
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
It's
All right.
pull right out of the
No,
out of your
I
head.
think honestly, I think it's right now. I think it's Chappelle
Yeah,
is probably
yeah.
Chappelle is probably George Washington.
yeah.
Like I think he is the best, and I don't think anybody right now can touch him.
Chappelle, yeah.
Bill Burr's really good.
yeah,
Definitely.
I'd put him up there.
Bill Burr is phenomenal, and his last special was fantastic.
Though I heard on Reddit, I saw that his most recent tour is starting to be like not. It's starting to be old stuff. Like he's still talking about the pandemic and stuff.
Yeah, but he acknowledges that he's getting older and his perspective on comedy is different.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean. I mean like he's talking about like Trump and the pandemic and stuff like that's like 3 years ago, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I
it's
mean.
true. Yeah, but
some people that was the only negative thing that people were saying about it. I totally agree. I love his perspective
still
on
in the
things.
news.
I'll
He's a
wait-
great
yeah.
he's a great guest on all the talk shows and stuff. He's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'll wait for the special, and then
Yeah,
But
there you go.
Paper
I mean,
Tiger was good.
you know, we touched on
Ali Wong. Oh no, that's sorry.
I liked Gabriel
Tiger
Iglesias.
yeah, Tiger Baby and what was it? Cobra something.
She's good. Yeah.
She's great. And we talked about Tom Segura in the last episode.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
up
I
there.
mean his special was phenomenal, and honestly,
damn,
his
Tom Segura
his
does belong up there.
honestly, his specials since that he's been releasing them have been great.
I like his.
Graceful
He doesn't
confidence to
change.
Say honky.
Yeah.
There's your fucking clip, son. I like Theo Vaughn.
I do.
I like Theo Vaughn as a podcaster, and he's funny in conversations. I wasn't a big fan of his special that came out recently.
Louis C.K.
So that was gonna be my joke. I was gonna be like, my Mount Rushmore is Bill Cosby, Louis C.K.
What could possibly
Jeffrey
go wrong?
Epstein.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the same forever.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what he's. Oh, sorry. For me, Andrew Scholes.
Oh,
Andrew
I don't know who that
Scholes. Oh my god, dude, you've never seen it. Okay, so Andrew Scholes, number one, he's got this great podcast right now called Flagrant. It's awesome. He's got like these three other dudes, and then they have guests on. But he did this special that it was like about a year ago, I'd say. He did a special, and I think it's
You've definitely seen pictures of him. I can guarantee you.
It's now come out like I mean he was
seen
like
pictures.
he basically got huge off of Reels and YouTube Shorts because like short things because he filmed all of his sets and would release them and
Oh, that's the way to do it.
It helped raise them up.
That's the only way to grow now.
Yeah.
Ralph Barbosa,
Yeah.
same way.
And so
he has a podcast, doesn't he?
yeah. And
I
then
know
so he was going to do his first big special,
Big funny.
and it was they didn't like some of the jokes in it, and they wanted him to edit it out, and they had already put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to put this thing together, and they were really proud of the product because it was also the guys on his podcast that helped him edit and produce and everything. So they were all had this investment, and he's like, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
So he gave the money back. He bought the special back from them, and then he released it on demand, right? And then so essentially you could buy the special, and then it was like a live stream where you all watched it.
That's cool.
At that time, but then you had a link to it. You can go back and watch.
It's like CK did. He bought all the rights to his own shit.
Well, then
$5 you could watch his special.
after Scholes did that, and Louis C.K. brought out his new special, his newest special. He brought it out and just released it on the internet for you buy it as
When you say brought it out, what did he do?
He
He filmed and produced. He paid for his own director.
Brought it right
No,
out.
bro, he whipped it out. He just whipped it out there.
Remember of one of our first trial podcasts where we just started talking about Lucy K? We're like, hey, that's been 13 minutes of delete.
Yeah. No, but
We started talking about all kinds of sexual allegations and shit. We're like, this is not a good conversation at all.
This is a.
But then it did.
Speaking of Andrew Scholes though, like with his podcast, like he brings on all types of people.
Okay.
I like that. A wide
And-
variety of guests.
So just recently he had on Graham Hancock.
Oh, God. I love that guy.
So do I. Graham Hancock, he talks about the ancient civilization that came before what we know of as human history.
That's right. And he thinks they ate mushrooms to see all the spiritual shit that they write. That's so cool.
So, well, Herbie Hancock. That plays a part in it. So, like,
I got a whole freezer full of pops.
So Graham Hancock, he's got this. Graham Hancock has this Netflix special or Netflix series about the ancient civilization and the ancient apocalypse that took place. Because what ended up happening was he says that and the evidence is ridiculous, that there was like a big like comet or fragment of a comet hit, sent the world into a what do you call it, like an ice age kind of. It was like rapid freezing.
Yeah.
And then within 1,200 years, another fragment hit and then turned it into like greenhouse gases and everything. And then
Subtropical.
that's what caused like a lot of. That's how we got like quote unquote the Great Flood and all this stuff.
Yes.
And it can also explain like the lost city of Atlantis. Like, or
I
the
couldn't help
lost continent, and a lot of people get turned off by that because they think he's like a crazy man, but it's like it's entirely possible.
Yeah, like that's the thing I don't get. Like people like discount Atlantis, but they can believe a guy has like his daughters and sons. Yeah, fuck each other because that's all we have left, and we have a bunch of animals. So we're gonna bring them on a boat,
on an ark.
just go fuck each other, and then hopefully the universe is gonna right itself.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice you're talking about Atlantis and wearing your tinfoil hat.
Yes, because so so anyway, I've gone down this rabbit hole of listening to Graham Hancock and finding
It's like Bill Nye.
and
Science.
Science guy.
No, the British actor Bill Nye.
yeah,
I know, I
Bill
guess.
Nye. What's his face?
different guy.
Randall Carlson's another one where he's
Randall Carlson's cool.
So these guys like they're not scientists, but they're like journalists, and they go to because in
Scientific journalist.
they study their own shit. They can't get grants on it.
well no, so like what ends up happening is like you have some archaeologists, like if you're an archaeologist and you come out with like some like new theory,
Yeah.
the establishment archaeology community like does whatever they can to discredit you and
try to
bury
prove
you.
or disprove.
Right.
Like maliciously.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
It's not just like let's see if he's right or not. It's let's get this guy the hell out of here. I want to be the smart one.
You listen to because they in the world of archaeology they think they have all of human history mapped out and they know everything.
Good for them.
And I think, and honestly, it's like number one, it's like a problem with ego and being what's the word arrogant.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
So like, what Graham Hancock does is he's a journalist by trade, and he got interested in this whole idea because every single ancient religion,
Trillium shit.
every single ancient religion has some story of like a great flood.
Yeah.
And then they have this story of like these like beings coming from the water to teach them everything from
It's like scientists about dinosaurs. Behemoth. It's in the Bible. No.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, and they go in over all these things, like the
Jesus was from
You
New
never
Jersey.
heard that?
Jesus, no.
No, that in the Bible
heard that one.
they queefed in the Bible.
They quickly.
It's the immaculate queef.
And Jesus said to the Brithians,
No, it wouldn't be Jesus. It would probably be Mary
intake.
Magdalene.
Sorry.
I get the in and the out.
Quickly touched. I don't know where the F came from.
Jesus
Quickly,
apparently had a vagina.
like just kind of centralize the idea of dinosaurs. Like the super Christians say that dinosaurs are mentioned in the Bible when they say the word behemoth.
Oh.
So basically it's all everyone's interpretation of it based on the Bible. But as far as ancient civilizations go, it's more science based.
Well, you know what? At the same time though is,
and it has to be.
There's a guy that I just watched a video. It was a Graham Hancock video. He had a guy on it for an interview, and this guy translated the Torah, which is universally known as the oldest written text of like the early version of the Bible.
Right.
And so he learned ancient Hebrew, and then he went and looked at the modern Bible and the translations
compared them.
The translations of the Old Testament and the Torah are wrong.
There's a theory that the Bible there's a theory
Yeah.
that the Bible was written and the idea of God and Jesus and a higher being because of how much like fighting and inner conflict and all these different civilizations and groups of people were fighting back in the day. They had to make up the fact that there was this being that was going to smite you for bad action.
Yeah,
with Jonah.
But if you look at the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, they all have very similar
storylines. So it's the same thing with a lot of the other ancient religions that are like continents away, like across the ocean.
I love how we went from conspiracy theories to religion because they're kind of the same thing.
Well, ancient civilizations bleed right into it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing because
Jesus,
Jesus, there's so
you didn't see his shadow.
There's so much crossover.
Yeah.
There's so much crossover with all of it because the thing is, like with the Bible and stuff, it's like historical text.
Yes.
But at the same time, with most historical text, like it doesn't matter if it's hieroglyphs. It doesn't matter if it was, say like ancient Aztecs and stuff like that, and in the Incas. Those are all retellings of their history, interpreted how they interpret it.
But yeah, why did this happen? God said stuff like that,
and that's why I think a big part of it has to do with there was an advanced civilization beyond 12,600 years ago.
Yeah,
where they say that most modern people as we know them now wasn't until like 11, 12,000. Or I'm sorry, not 11, 12,000, but like 10,000 to 11,000 years ago.
I can't stand that.
So, and that's
I can't take. There's still people that I know. I personally know people that believe that the Earth is no longer than 15,000 years old.
15?
Yeah.
What? 15?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much the basics or the basic time frame they can get from the Old Testament. And I say it's wrong. You know why? You know what else they said in the Old Testament? That you have to kill your first kid.
Yeah, they said a lot of crazy stuff.
But there's
you can't pick and choose.
Well, you can. We pick and choose every day of our lives.
So do we.
But
I'm about to pick and choose these shrimp and beer potato chips. By the way,
go ahead, pick at them.
You guys want to try some?
Ooh,
yeah. Pass them around.
Let's see.
But so anyway, so there's a lot of bleed over, and there's like a lot of ancient things, and it's all down to interpretation. But it's kind of funny that I go down these rabbit holes and how easy it is to go down the rabbit holes of conspiracy theories because they're fun.
Yes,
and you can get a lot of things.
Open your eyes a little bit. Yeah. Is this?
Did you guys know? Did you guys know that lizard people are flying commercial airline now?
lizard
I
people?
heard about this.
Lizard people.
Is there a video you want me to pull up for that?
So, for those of you that don't know lizard people, apparently there are some people that believe that there is a whole race of lizard people that can turn into humans, and they are currently among us.
They think they're real.
They think they're real. And they were subterranean, but now they're out and about, and like there are some great videos of like Hillary Clinton and like some other
as lizard people.
Yeah, because
Bilderberger Group.
Oh my God, the Bilderbergers.
We just got canceled. Don't talk about them. That's a whole episode. Don't do it.
All right.
We got to have a whole episode on the Bilderberger Group, the Trilateral Commission, and the Council of Foreign Relations. There's 3 hours. Stop.
You're forgetting the one important one.
What?
The Pentaveret.
I've just dipped my
Dude,
feet
Phil
in
and I are just,
Anyway,
you might as
so-
well be speaking in different
Anyway,
language.
so these
no clue what
this
they're talking
subterranean civilization of lizards, they're now here. They've adapted to being humans, and then they're running shit, right?
I think it's a mental illness that people
Lizards?
can't, like,
Yeah.
lizard people.
Yeah, sure. So this is what people believe. Well, there is a video that is now viral of this woman freaking out on a plane,
Oh, the one that pointed.
Oh my God.
saying that this guy's not real.
That
He's
freaked
not
me
real.
out.
Right?
But
the way
the camera work is beautiful.
Yes.
They keeps it in focus all the way, and then anyways.
Yeah. There was like an eyewitness account that the guy, when he blinked horizontally, and that's like his eyelids went. Yeah. Now I didn't notice it because there is another POV of the guy in the green hoodie that is apparently the guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, then a day later, another guy, like a British guy, freaked out on a plane, extremely disturbed from his neighbor in the what do you call it, in the airline, and he tried to open the door on the plane.
Yeah.
You want me to play the video of the lady?
Not great.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now that motherfucker back there is not real.
Not real.
And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
That is scary as hell.
Like,
She's not real.
You shouldn't say
yeah.
people are going to die on a plane.
Right.
That's rule number one.
yeah,
That's Air Marshal out of the seat instantly.
yeah. So, but it's wild. Like her
So
conviction,
that's what she's talking about. Lizard people.
that's what
They believe she's talking about.
it's a
In
stretch,
that-
but yeah,
it's in that realm.
yeah.
So the first time I ever heard about the lizard people population was on an old episode of Opie and Anthony. They had Louis C.K. on. And they were interviewing Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh,
And Louis goes,
he's the king of the lizard people.
when we get this guy on, I have an important question. Opie and Anthony go, all right, cool, no problem. So they interview him. They go through this whole interview about his new book and his, all his life and all that. They go, Louis, you have something for him? Yeah, Mr. Rumsfeld, there's a lot of talk about you being an actual lizard. Can you just confirm right now that you're not an actual lizard person? He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either if I
Yeah.
was given the opportunity. That's hilarious.
What? Yeah, but dude, it just perpetuates the conspiracy.
He's like,
know.
my
It
wife
just-
and kids are
Yeah.
scared that you're a lizard. Can you please make them feel better? I think this is completely ridiculous. And
Yeah.
Opie was the king of awkward interviews. He would make it as awkward as possible. And he goes, I don't know what Louis has. I know Louis knows what I like. Go ahead, Louis, ask him your question. I think you're a lizard and you need to confirm whether you are or not. And he wouldn't do it.
What?
Yes.
Fuck.
It was
dude, that's so
hilarious.
Yeah.
weird.
King of uncomfortable comedy was Opie, but you got to go back and listen to that.
That's
Well,
so
I mean,
bizarre, dude.
look at all the theories that like Elon's an alien. They think he's from another
doesn't
planet.
He have some kind of mental disability of some kind.
He has
has
Asperger's.
Asperger's.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
of course,
That's
like,
what Tyler cooks on the grill.
and then of course,
Asperger's.
like Zuckerberg is Zuckerberg's a robot.
Yes,
he's an
I've seen
android.
that one before. He's
so
very robotic
androgynous.
though. He's
Yeah.
very robotic.
Lizard and robot.
Have you?
Yeah,
A robot lizard. What
robot.
the fuck?
Robot lizard.
I can't wait till
Another gummy.
I can't wait for the alien showdown between the robot lizard.
Do you think
Cage
that's gonna?
match.
Do you think that's actually gonna happen? Where they're gonna?
Oh, they want to do it. Of course, 2 billionaires are gonna
Whose
cage
money's
match.
whose money's on Elon though? My money's on Elon.
So do I, with who's he got on his corner. But I think
Is he fast?
they want to do it in the Roman
He's got the
Coliseum.
bulk. Yeah.
Roman Colosseum.
The Roman Colosseum.
No way.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not going to.
Okay.
They're talking about it right now. Yeah.
Gonna showdown.
No, you should-
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Like the first time in like 2,000 years or however long, 1,000 years that something is going to be taking place.
You know,
in the-
these-
like a gladiatorial bout is
Yeah.
going to happen in the Colosseum.
They used to feed people to fucking lions.
They used to have naval battles.
Yeah.
Coliseum.
It was. It's so
belly
big.
buttons.
Why weren't the Marines there?
It's like when they explain like all the like where they like kept
makes
all the
no
different
sense.
animals underneath.
Yeah.
and then the
like a
fact
fort.
that they used to have the naval battles, like,
But
that's
I just
wild.
But why the fight? Why the fight? Is it because of Twitter and Threads?
no, that just
no,
added
no,
fuel
no.
to the fire the
Yeah.
other day.
What was the fight about? Was it just a joke? Like I'm gonna fight him one day, and it
was
just blew up
It's
from there.
been going on for quite a bit.
Elon's
Yeah.
a troll. He's always enjoyed being a
That's-
troll.
Yeah,
That's
and
all he was
he's-
doing.
and he's the one who
loves-
instigated it.
He loves
Without a doubt.
trolling Zuckerberg.
Without why wouldn't he? They're in competing
I mean,
space.
let's look about it. Let's look at it. Elon is actually like innovating. Like Elon is like he's making shit happen. Like everything with SpaceX, Tesla,
Not with Twitter,
Neuralink.
but
He's
yes.
making the world better.
No. He's not with Twitter. Of course, he spent $44 billion on it. But
Big mistake.
Zuckerberg,
Big mistake.
Zuckerberg
I made a
has
huge
always
mistake.
stole ideas and then
You know what?
and then like put a little Facebook flavor on it.
You're right. I actually
I feel like they both
talked to
stole
somebody about
a
this
little
yesterday
bit.
when
Sure.
when Instagram was big and Vine was big. Then Instagram had video. Then when Snapchat got big, they had stories. And then once TikTok got big, they rolled out Reels.
Right, and then look.
now we have
look what they did.
Threads.
Yeah, but then also at the same time, look what they did. They had to buy Oculus to, they had to buy Oculus to get into the VR world and then
Yep.
do their whole
They got enough
meta
money.
The
space.
meta failure.
Yeah, the meta failure, and then also
Yeah.
they had to buy Instagram because Instagram was competing with them so much.
Yeah, they did buy
They
Instagram,
they
that's right.
tried to buy Snapchat. So
Right.
instead of actually coming up with the ideas themselves, they're either buying them or they're making cheap
They're
versions.
making their own versions.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried Threads?
Not yet.
Yes.
What do you think?
It's okay.
I think it's just like Twitter. I said the same thing.
I get
Kyle,
more
same thing.
engagement
Yeah.
on Threads than Twitter, so I'm happy with it.
Because you know what?
Really?
I signed up as well, and
Wow.
they have a nice little tool where you can just automatically
Import.
follow everybody that is in your Instagram follows that are also
Almost
on
like you could
Threads
DM
already.
on your Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's not DM. It's public posting, so anybody can see it. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
like Twitter.
sure,
It's
but-
an announcement type of thing. It's just like Twitter, where it even has the same little retweet button and the like and all that stuff. But I think it's fine. I don't see a problem with it.
The memes coming out of the whole Threads thing they're hysterical. Like, so there's a lot
What
of
is
people.
it though? Like, why would it benefit someone like me or you or why? What is it?
Well,
It's
if you have
integrated.
social
It's-
media.
well, it's
Twitter's having a meltdown.
now,
They
when
were,
you say
basically.
integrated, what do you mean it's integrated?
So you can see there's a little badge now on your Instagram to your Threads profile when you share the stories. It prompts it there. You can fully connect it, and then also to
Yeah.
your thing with Twitter with the meltdown.
People are looking for an alternative to Twitter with how
Yeah,
messed up
'cause
it is. They
you have
even started
view
implying
limits.
view limits.
Yeah.
View limits to it. They said,
Oh, it's
600,
text
600 posts a day if you don't have
It's
the blue
six.
check.
It's text based.
Yeah,
yes,
it's-
it's,
well,
just,
no.
it's exactly Twitter.
Wait a minute. Okay, so
It's exactly Twitter.
okay.
except for the fact that like there are
literally.
some things that like Elon's doing to push Twitter forward, where it's like now if you have your blue check, you can have like 2-hour videos.
Yeah.
So like he wants to be the podcast app, like
He-
to kind of compete with YouTube, but then also
Let's upload it.
I get what he's
Do it.
doing, but also, and now you
We
need
could.
an account in order to see tweets
No, they
and things like that.
secretly removed that.
See the instability thing about it too, where they're adding things, removing things, they're trying.
a lot of
they're
beta
getting rid of
testing.
Well, yeah,
things.
but
There's a lot
that's the
of
thing
stuff.
is like you got
It's a mess.
But if you're trying to push something forward, you kind of have to do that.
Fine, but the point is that Twitter has already existed for tons of years, and now he's trying to reinvent the wheel, and people don't like it.
Well, no, but that's the thing is there was also a problem where because now
Well,
Twitter has more users now than they did before because of the things
The
that
news.
he started to, the news, but then also the fact that like some of the changes that he was making, because
This is not like a surprise though. He beta
Yeah.
tests the human population in real time. He does the same thing with the Tesla. He does the self-driving
100%.
beta test in real time.
right,
Yeah.
So like this is like par for the course for him. I feel like.
right.
So even though we're all in the middle of beta testing, he's still so butthurt about it that he's decided to threaten to sue
Well,
Meta over
all
the
these rich
splash
guys
over
have
this app.
egos, man.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, come on, they're not just sitting
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
So they said that they're going to sue Meta over. He's going to threaten to sue Meta over the splashy app. Splashy app there, Threads, which is already being dubbed by some industry insiders.
Yeah, but didn't like a ton of people that worked for Twitter?
I don't know if it's going to kill Twitter, but
yes, all the people that he let go. A lot of them went over to Facebook for Threads.
They did
they
send a
stole
C&D.
Twitter IDs.
They did.
ideas.
They did send a cease and desist. They said that Twitter accused Meta of misappropriating Twitter's trade secrets and claiming Meta knowingly hired former Twitter employees who retained proprietary information.
So I was
They
thinking about this
went
today.
and cleaned house.
Do you think
they fired so many people? Of course, they're going to go look for other work in a similar field.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is also if you look at
NDA.
the
or non-compete.
The non-compete and NDA, but then also just look at the whole tech industry as a whole, where they're all laying tons of people up. Facebook laid off
that's right,
a ton of people.
But they did
My
say
friend was one of the founding employees of Stripe, the payment.
Oh, yeah?
And she just got laid off. I was
Wow.
like, holy shit.
But they did say in a
Wow.
statement, Meta specifically said that no one on the Threads engineering team is a former Twitter employee. That's just not a thing.
Dude.
That's what they said for sure. So
I mean, it's
that's
not
not
hard.
even. It's not even if that was the case, it's not illegal to do. Oh yeah, we're done with conspiracy. He can put his aluminum foil hat back off now.
Speaking,
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, I believe it.
I like dipping in a little bit, but not for too long.
Speaking of the social media jobs thing, real quick, I wanted to touch on. I'm not going to say the brand, but one of the major brands of pellet smokers that exists in the world right now. No. Well, fucking Phil. It's one of them. I can't say who.
Frager.
One of them. One of the big ones. They got rid of their entire marketing team.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of people that post and tag them, and they just repost that content.
Yeah.
They don't need marketers anymore.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's kind of wild.
Which sets a bad precedent for content creators.
100%.
Bad.
Really
Yeah,
bad.
because
Because
free,
Gus
work
in
for free.
Indiana with his new smoker is going to be like, look at these ribs in my great grandma's recipe.
Well, no, like think about it as let's say like me, right? And I make a video for I don't know, XYZ plumbing, right?
Mo Lipschitz law enforcement.
Right? And it's
law
like
enforcement.
Yeah.
He's a cop.
Right? And it's like because like when you're starting out and you're like beginning as far as like photography, videography, you work for free in the beginning.
Right.
Right? So you get an unlimited amount of free advertising and marketing when you have these up and comers that are just creating this stuff because they're trying to make money. You're going to have these people that perpetually don't get paid work, like photographers and videographers.
But Meta co-founder Mark Zuckerberg claimed that more than 30 million people signed up for Threads just hours after it launched, which is crazy because that's actually like a lot because that means that they would be on track to even top ChatGPT.
Which just went down.
It did?
Yesterday, yeah.
Wait, like it had an outage?
It was the first time that it rejected users since launch, because it was so overwhelmed.
ChatGPT. Yeah. They're Threads could have more than 100 million users in 2 months, beating ChatGPT and inching closer to Twitter's total users, which is 330 million active users right now.
330.
It's going to come down to who's the most advertiser.
The problem is
chase the money,
or not the problem, the benefit, depending on which side of the coin you are.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to do. Everybody already has a Facebook. Everybody already has an Instagram. All you got to do is hit a button, and now you have a Threads.
That's
too.
it.
Yeah, but a lot of a lot of people.
You know what I
do,
mean? It's just
like,
going to be easy, convenient for them to
at
do
the
it.
same time is like how many of those accounts are actually active, and they're active on those accounts.
That's true.
Then it's just like Instagram now.
But I mean, they won't
right.
care when it comes to bragging about total
That's-
accounts.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's like, did you need to do it? I don't think you need to do it. I don't think you need to bring
contest.
It is a pissing contest.
They said
you
the
know?
new
pissing match.
The new interface has some similar elements to the Twitterverse as well, offering a repost button that looks just like the retweet function. It looks exactly the same. But that's the thing I'm confused about. I brought it up when we were talking about what we're going to talk about for the show today. Aren't there other copies already? You said
There's
Truth.
so many.
So why is because this is the biggest.
Blue Sky.
This is the biggest one. Blue Sky's another one.
Well, it's because it's a major. It's
but as far as legal grounds, they're not going to really. They can't have much.
It's Zuckerberg. Well, the thing is though, you can't. Basically, like if in the code has basically
it's
similar,
a fingerprint. It's not. It's
Like
very
if there's
unique to what company wrote it or who wrote it. So
sure,
it's easy
but
to
there are certain
find it.
functions and stuff that are going to be identical.
Yes.
So if it's too much of a match, then it'd be like, all right, well, you basically stole that. And really what it is for Twitter, it's not like Elon Musk saying like, oh, it's not like he's saying that he invented Twitter.
No, he's saying that they stole trade secrets.
Right. So they stole trade secrets. So then what ends up happening is it's a huge payout for Twitter from another multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, that's all, he's looking to get some of his money back.
Not to mention,
he has to recoup funds some way or another.
Yeah, not to mention though, let's just say it's so big that say $44 billion worth of whatever from that he's got to get from Facebook, that could take Meta and
it could.
If he could sink them.
He would love to do that. I mean, he wants
100%.
I mean, so is this match thing, this fighting thing, is that actually going to transpire?
No, it's gonna happen. It's because
it's
seen
not happening in the Coliseum. I'll say that.
You've seen
Coliseum.
Zuckerberg's like super into Brazilian jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So that's
yeah.
Elon was like, you know what? All right, fine.
But Elon
I'll
Musk's
take
a
you.
lizard though, so he'll
No, he's the alien.
Oh,
he's not
that's
from
right.
the planet.
Zuck's the lizard.
He's from Mars.
Suck a dick.
Zuck a dick.
So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So it is going to happen. Probably not at the Coliseum.
No, I think it's supposed to happen. What, October?
Happen.
I think they said. I think they have a date.
And
awfully quick. How
but-
are they going to rebuild the Coliseum?
You know what?
That's dumb,
You know what
dude.
I love though.
What?
I love that, like George St. Pierre and Tito Ortiz and all these like legends in the MMA field are backing or
backing, like training them.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's if you look at if you go on like Twitter or Instagram or whatever, Lex Friedman posted a rolling session with Elon Musk, George St. Pierre, and another guy.
What?
Who's behind Zuckerberg?
Nobody.
Dana White in this picture.
Whoa!
Whoa! Well, Dana White, he's a super fan.
Aw, that's so sweet.
No, but
He knows what teat to suckle on.
100%. No, but no, actually, Zuckerberg actually trains BJJ with I forget who it was. He said it on Rogan when he was on Rogan.
Zuckerberg did Rogan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
It was a great episode, and I'll say it was the most human I've ever seen Zuckerberg. Honestly,
no blackness to the eyes.
Yeah, like just all people, like all people. Yeah. Like if you watch the Senate hearings, and he's like, that's rare.
That's
like
I love
Billy
that. By the way,
Bass
there's like, if I have Wi-Fi, can Facebook take my Wi-Fi? Like, I have no idea what the fuck they're asking him.
They
It's
have
hilarious.
no problem. They can get in your credit card too, your Social Security.
How did Facebook know my Wi-Fi?
I'm not trying to get. No, never mind.
I love
Do it.
I love it. No, it touches in politics. We try to stay away from that.
Speaking of funny
but-
people running for Senate, when you
Fucking
guys
old
get a
people.
chance, if anybody's listening,
What'd you say?
fucking old people.
Yeah, for real. No. Yeah. Drain the swamp.
Can I tell you? I have a theory. Let me
Throw bread at me.
Throw bread at me. It's a flag. It's a yellow flag instead of a snake. There
I'll
is
bust it. I have it over
there
there.
is a duck, and it says "throw bread on me."
That's the
hilarious.
Worst, the worst person you get stuck at behind the pharmacy is the old people. Can I take this in the morning? Yes, you can. I have a coupon for the orange juice. Like, Jesus Christ. Gonna be. I get so annoyed that. See, older
Now,
people.
do I take the blue one first or the yellow one?
The fucking guy. I think that old people have such disrespect.
We're all gonna get there.
No, old people now have disrespect for all
Not all of
generation.
us.
Yeah.
They have to the point where they're like, "You don't need to rush, honey. I'll take my time," and they'll take their time in front of you and hold your day up.
Yeah.
Can I take one in the morning? Yeah, it's prescribed by Smith & Wesson.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! You know what? If old people had,
I second that.
All right.
if old people,
It comes with a fucking steel hat.
What if they had? What
So
if
you
they
can
had
have brains
podcasts
on the-
though, so that they could just like get all their
Take
talking
one
out?
by mouth.
Do that. Get all your talking out on a podcast.
Well, that's
like,
why you give a old person Alexa.
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Then they don't know how to talk to him or whatever.
Smith & Wesson, take one by mouth.
Old person takes Alexa. Young kid starts playing with listening to records.
I can't wait to get all the hate mail from AARP.
My daughter's into sewing again. She's talking about threads like crazy.
Is there any
Every old person in Southern.
every one of them has a Southern accent now. But that just got me thinking. Is there any old technology that you have in your house that you will not give up, that you would like, this works, I'm not changing it. Like I don't need the new one. I don't need it to have Bluetooth or whatever. You know, like a scale has Bluetooth. Why? You know, records have become are coming back.
Yeah.
Records
I like
go to
pencil and paper.
For writing, like instead of typing
pens.
something up.
Yeah, just old school
The old school
handwriting.
stuff.
I know I could write it in my phone. I know I could write it in my apps. I think what the app he has with the pencil writing on the iPad, that's super cool. But just the aesthetic of, I think you get more from actually writing the item than going back and reading what you wrote.
100%.
Just letting your brain flow out.
I think what actually
into that.
Yeah, no, seriously. So I recently, like a few months ago, started doing this where like I journal at night.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
To kind of get all the thoughts out of the day.
Yep.
But I think there's an actual physical connection, like with your brain and everything, when you're writing on that piece of paper and you're like, you know,
It's coming out
putting
faster
it out,
than you can realize what
you're
you wrote.
also kind of retaining it as well. Like you're
That
actually
helps me a lot. Oh, yeah.
You're really thinking about it.
Your focus, yeah.
Because there's kind of like some sort of physical disconnect. You know, when you're typing with your thumbs or on your fingers.
matter.
Yeah, but I
it
saw
doesn't
it
matter.
It's wrong.
I liked that.
It's almost like almost like your brain knows that it's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's real when it's on a piece of paper for some reason.
We don't have a house phone. Neither do you.
No, don't have a house phone anymore. But
Yeah.
I do have the cassettes I listen to occasionally. I have the boom boxes. I have the vinyls.
I
as well.
heard cassettes are making a huge comeback.
They are. They are.
They're
in
making
way,
a huge
yes.
comeback.
You can go and you can buy a lot of modern releases on cassette.
I forgot where I heard it, but just recently somebody was like, "Oh yeah, it's like
It's big.
yeah,
It's coming back, and you know what? They don't necessarily sound any better than vinyl.
No.
It's just all novelty. It's all novelty because you need to have chrome or metal tapes in order for it to sound anywhere near decent, and you also need Dolby noise reduction on them, which boosts the high.
That was, dude. That was
need that noise.
That might have been us one of our
we
throwout conversations.
that's right.
It was us.
That was it. That was
You were talking about me the whole time.
You want to go?
that was the secret. That was the secret.
The secret episode.
The secret episode.
But that's what it was.
Shit,
I have all those, and one more that I have is I have the TV antennas in my attic. I get free TV over the air. That's why I watch my TV.
We used to watch
Actually,
UPN
yes,
as a kid.
yeah, we did that because I remember my dad. He was like, the goddamn cable's so expensive, and I'm like,
It is.
let's cut it, bro. Let's
get it.
We got the internet. We don't
Get
need no stinking cable.
So I have an app that lets me combine the antenna channels and Pluto channels in one place.
Yeah, that's
which
cool.
just shovels it all up.
Yeah,
in
that's
one
awesome.
guide.
One of the coolest yard sale finds I've ever experienced involves cassettes with him.
Oh, yeah.
So back in the day, the Grateful Dead had all these open ports on their mic or on their soundboard where you could just like click and record, and all the people that followed the Dead would put together these, you know, cassettes
Collections.
and tapes of their actual concerts.
Mm-hmm.
And he found like 150
It was over 200. Yeah.
Wow.
tapes of the Grateful Dead
Chrome
soundboard
tapes.
over the years. I told
Really?
you I gave one of
Yeah.
them.
To somebody, it's okay.
I gave one to Brad when Brad
was okay.
Full disclosure, never really listened to the Grateful Dead. I'm sure there's
neither.
some songs that I know that I like. I bought them because I was like, oh, these would be good blanks to make tapes.
No, you didn't tape over
I did
them.
not. Kyle talked me
Deborah,
out.
I didn't mean to tape football over our wedding.
Remember that episode? Raymond he recorded their wedding over he
football
recorded
game or
football.
Yeah, but it was the 91 Super Bowl. It was the Giants and the Bills.
God. See, that's something you risk. No, so I have all those tapes still, and apparently, if you find the right events, they could be worth some good money.
Yeah, some of
100%.
them are
Yeah.
like crazy money.
Wow.
Like you know the highest priced one,
Don't anticipate
Raceway
something.
Park.
Really?
Yeah,
Raceway.
1970 something.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. Remember that commercial? Yeah.
Raceway Park.
Yeah, it's a local thing.
Local,
It's a
yeah.
local
Yeah, it
thing.
feels like
Yeah, it feels like-
105, yeah. But going back to old technology, things like that, there's a weird time right now where we have all of these young kids in their 20s that were not born. There was a 2-0 on the date, and these kids weren't born yet.
Right.
Okay? So now you're talking about kids that were born after 9/11, that were even born after the first iPhone and shit. Like, and now they are seeing old technology as digital cameras.
They don't know what VHS is.
Yeah.
No, beyond that. Forget all that. They're grabbing their parents' old digital camera from the junk drawer, and that gets that nostalgic kind of effect to it. And I saw it. I went to a Shania Twain concert a couple weeks ago. Gee, I went down the.
How many minutes? How many seconds? No.
I really went down the whole gauge there, and there were a couple kids with like you see
5
the flash,
megabyte.
you see the flash and everything.
Yeah,
5 megabyte,
Whoa.
5, 10.
Yeah.
Holy crap, 10. You remember your first digital camera? You're like, whoa, 10 megabyte. Holy crap! I had 2 on one of mine, 2 megabyte.
I went to
2
Vegas, I bought an
megapixels,
8
megapixels.
I was like, holy fuck, about to be clear, boy.
But there's this example here. It says,
Oh, I'm at the SD cards.
Yeah.
the big ones,
I just had 5 megabyte SD.
5 megabyte SD
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a little small.
They wrote a story about it in the New York Times, and I'll just like show some quick bullet points for it. Stop me whenever you want. Last
I look
spring,
from a Goodwill now.
this guy Anthony celebrated his prom like many of today's high schoolers, dancing the night away, capturing through photos and videos. The snapshots show Mr. Anthony here, 18, and his friends grinning, jumping around, waving arms, blah, blah, blah. But instead of using his smartphone, he documented the whole night on an Olympus EF230, a 7-megapixel silver digital camera made in 2007, owned by his mom. Cool.
Wow.
And
What footage was on it when his mom owned it?
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
He's a lizard.
on prom night, he passed the camera around. Everybody grabbed it, took pictures with it, just like those old disposable cameras you'd see at weddings sometimes. They're so used. The guy says we're so used to our phones. When you have something else to shoot on, it's a little more exciting. It's a little more
100%.
separate. And I feel the same way because I use the camera on my phone to like take pictures of like labels and shit, like things that I want to remember.
That's what I do. Yeah.
But to have a whole separate bank for those kind of moments, it highlights them.
Yeah. Once I bought my camera, like it was a game changer.
Same.
Remember I bought that huge collection of digital cameras? You
Yeah.
see all that?
Yes.
We went through them. We went through them
I
together.
think I
There was-
texted you pictures of it too. I bought it was like 150 cameras. It was a big, huge box of them, huge boxes. And we kept some of the HD ones, which I still have. I threw away the ones that didn't work, but majority of them were like early 2000s, late 90s, like right when the digital camera came.
You know what? It might be a good time to. Do you still have them?
No.
I was gonna say because it might be a good time to sell them now. Now that this is kind of a
Yeah,
I
dude,
sold
no,
them to
this
somebody
is-
for triple what I paid for the whole
lot.
auction
It's-
itself. I got two GoPros out of it.
right.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I mean, I paid the shipping on it, and it was like 4 or 5 boxes, so I didn't make a ton on it, but it was pretty cool. It was neat
Yeah.
to see how the person was like, "I think these are going to come back." I'm like, "Here you go." And they
Yeah,
were right.
Yeah.
They did because the cameras of Generation Z's childhood, seen as outdated and pointless by those who originally owned them, are in vogue again because young people are revealing, what are they saying? Are revealing in the novelty of an old look. Reveling in the novelty of an old look, touting digital cameras on TikTok, sharing them and everything. 184 million views for anything with the hashtag digital.
You know what's funny though is every camera now is digital.
It's true.
Like every camera, unless you buy a film camera.
Well, that's
I know
because-
there's like 2 companies that are now making like
all the sensors.
no. But there's 2 companies that are making like film cameras there.
Yeah.
Like I think Fujifilm is still
yes.
one, and
The
maybe
Polaroids probably
Leica.
came back. I think.
Kodak makes it. Still, yeah.
Yeah,
Leica
And
definitely.
didn't the Polaroids? They started reproducing them now.
they started reproducing Polaroids.
Yeah.
But
Really?
I mean, honestly, I've been thinking as kind of like a photography
Polaroid.
challenge is actually. I've been thinking about going to film.
That is a huge challenge. Getting the aperture and the shutter speed and all that right, not knowing until 3 weeks later.
Yeah, because since
That sucks, dude.
I just got into photography and I started off with a cell phone and then I moved to like having an actual physical like mirrorless camera.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, and I mean, I'm still having fun taking photos and shooting video and whatnot, but at the same time, it's like sometimes I need a little more stimulation.
Yeah.
And I think there's fun because you kind of have to curate what you're going to put on that roll of film.
Right.
A lot of
And like,
intent.
and that's the thing is,
Yeah.
and so I actually like now that I've been shooting things, like I've been very intentional with the things that I've been shooting. Like
Well, don't they have didn't they have light meters too?
Yeah.
You could use to help you with like
Well,
your f-stop and your aperture and stuff.
You should use a light meter when you're shooting on film.
Yeah.
Not so much because like the digital cameras, they all have kind of like a light meter and they're okay.
Yeah, you don't need that now for digital, but
Yeah.
for film, that's really what it was
Yeah,
for.
yeah. It's just wild like things like. And I found the other day my my mini DV camcorder.
That was the best.
I have a couple of those.
And I was watching a couple.
Does anyone
old
have a
tapes.
converter?
The
I do.
I have a way to do it. Yeah,
Okay.
a way to do it too. You know what I have? I got two
bring
of
my
them.
mini DVs over.
Yeah, I got a way to do it. We could do it.
Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm gonna cook today for
I
you.
guarantee there's one video of me just filming myself punching a punching bag, pretending it was like a hostage situation.
Me and Kyle used to make home movies all the time like
yeah,
that.
like-
Like,
where's the money? Like then they're just punching the punch.
You know what? My favorite
that's what
old
spawned
camera.
the heisting podcast.
Yeah. Oh, did it? Yeah.
That's what.
My favorite old camera that I have at home right now. I have 2 of them. Sony Mavicus. You know
Oh,
those?
yeah.
The ones that used floppy disks
Whoa.
instead of memory
What?
cards.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
They are 640 by 480 resolution. They used sensors from their video cameras and just took stills from the sensors.
Yeah.
That's what they used. And I got 2 of
Wow.
them. I got one at a yard sale, $5 in the box with everything in it.
Wow.
I was very lucky. And I used it, and it worked pretty good, surprisingly.
Yeah?
But And that's the whole appeal with these old cameras with kids today. They say compared to today's smartphones, older digital cameras have fewer megapixels, less detail, built-in lenses have higher apertures, less light, and they have those flashes that are built into. But a feed of more or less standard smartphone photos in a row, these stand out.
Yeah.
They stand out when
They're
you're looking
mostly
at something
blown
with that real blown out flash. Think MySpace 2006 in the mirror kind of shots, like those.
Yeah.
kinds
See, the thing is, like, I was never into that blown out look.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a guy in Hollywood, I feel like, that made like a living off that shot. He like took pictures of like Miley Cyrus and everyone on a white wall with like high impact flash, like high contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name.
Yeah.
Sleazeball though.
They even have on here that they're saying that even specific old digital camera models are seeing huge spikes on like eBay.
I mean,
and things
I feel
like
like
that.
it's
So-
cyclical. Like my grandpa gave me a bunch of his Super 8s, and I used them
Oh,
when
cool.
I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Did you
See?
I
you
still
you
have
actually have like the film from them,
Yeah.
like the videos?
I still have. I have the ones of us in the yard and stuff like that.
I have a machine for them
So
Oh, okay.
to digitize.
I'll bring all my shit over.
Yeah, it was wild doing that to my.
Why don't
sorry
you
to cut
say
off,
what
but
it
just
is?
real
I have,
quick.
I have a film
It's
camera
8 millimeter.
with 3 different lenses that cycle. Like
Yeah,
this.
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's 8mm film. We found of our dad when he was a baby, and we got to see moving pictures of your parents like that. Like that's very uncommon for us. So that was just wild to see, and to see moving pictures of distant relatives that we've only ever seen black and white pictures of.
Yeah.
Really cool, dude.
So
really cool.
I, you know, when I got out of high school, I wanted to go to school for film, right? Like that was my whole intention. And then I went to Bucks County Community College because they had good like communications and film. I got to shoot on Super 8, which was cool.
That's fun.
And then edit it to where like, you know, you cut the film.
Snip
and then-
editing. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
like you actually take a razor blade to it and everything.
Yeah, you cut it and then you.
That's how I
you-
had my vasectomy.
Wow, analog vasectomy.
With PJ in college.
Was it that thing where you had the spool with the screen and you're spinning it and you're looking for where to
Rumpelstiltskin.
cut? Like
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin.
So you have your
I'm turning your Vas Deverins into gold
wait, what was
because we said vasectomy and Rumpelstiltskin way too close.
but so it, you know, that was cool.
That's true. That.
So in class we used the thing called a Bolex. Well, I had bought a Bolex off eBay because I was like, oh, I'm going to shoot on film.
Yeah.
And then it was at a point where like it was really hard to find film.
Oh, at that point, yeah,
for an
that
affordable-
it wasn't like back
Right.
in yet. Yeah.
So basically, I just had this really nice, like, you know,
doorstop.
yeah, doorstop. And it sat on my shelf collecting dust. Well, there was a girl that I was, you know, trying to date. She didn't want to date me. Womp womp. But she collected vintage cameras, so I decided, I was like, you know what? No, this is the piece.
This is my end.
This is how I'm going to do it. I'm like, here for your collection.
Then who came through on your birthday and gave you another?
That's what I was good. That's where I was getting at. Is on my birthday last year, Kyle brought me an old Super 8 camera, and you can change the lenses and everything. I haven't found film for it yet, but I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
That's what I told him when I gave it to you. I said, "You'll probably never use this." But
No, because I was saying, like I would love
Fine,
to.
it might be expensive though.
Yeah, but at least now I have the means,
That's nice.
you know, to like actually like buy the film. But
well, you picked
Yeah.
one up when we were antiquing in the Catskills, and
Yep.
DJ.
Oh, you
went
found
up.
one then too?
No, he found one. It was
Well, you were looking
expensive.
for smut porn.
Yeah, exactly. We found that. We were trying to hide it.
yeah,
Lots of hair.
He saw this Super.
From the
It was
70s.
kind of in torn up shape. They wanted too much.
Yeah, they wanted
I
a lot
saw
for-
it in his eyes. Like, man, I really.
Was this up in Westco?
yeah. This is up in
Yeah,
Westkill.
dude, Westkill.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
We
Yep,
went to
yep,
this
yep.
whole indoor flea market.
Yo, we
nice.
went picking on Sunday morning. Yeah, we had a
nice.
good time. Woke
Kyle-
up. DJ goes.
so
I said, "Yo, can you wake up early so we could go, like, you know, get out of here early?" He goes, "Earlier than 5?" I'm like, "Fucking what?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
He goes. I hope you don't mind, but you know, I kind of wake up early, and I'd like to go check out some places to go picking. And I was like, I was like, all right, how early are we talking? I was like, is it earlier than 4:30? And he's like, wait, what?
Wrong direction.
And I was like, dude, I wake up at 4:30 every morning. He's like, let's go.
For those of you that don't know, back in November, I was invited to do a little cast iron skillet sales set up at this brewery in the Catskills called Westkill Brewing that Phil actually enjoys as well.
Another recap on Podcast Iron, by the way. Check it out.
Very cool brewery because they actually use local stuff from the woods. They have like an acorn pilsner. They have they do spruce tip IPA. They utilize maple syrup. It was in a maple syrup farm in the mountains that they took and made a brewery. So they use oak leaves. They use pine needles.
I remember you telling me that. They just take inspiration from everything around them.
Better than any beer you could have that vibe there with that beer.
Well, that's the thing, because if you're diving in there, you want to experience. You're there to experience the mountains and nature, and this just like enhances.
Oh, it's
and the laid back people. Yeah, we get like 800 feet.
You don't want to go to a McDonald's in the woods. You want to go to somewhere that's woodsy in the woods.
It's awesome, and the little food stand they have over there too.
Yeah,
they had that poutine.
Yes.
Oh. It was so good.
Dude, it was the best. I'm standing with PJ in the Catskills. You could see for 50 miles.
Yeah.
We're eating poutine with cheese curds on it, selling skillets, standing next to a fire.
Drinking beer.
Oh.
Dude, I want to go next year.
Oh,
not a bad.
Let's do the podcast there.
And
Let's
we
take
stayed,
it like we did the Boston thing.
This family from New Egypt,
That'd be great.
Tyler, from New Egypt, retired there.
Yeah.
Who? Whoa, yeah, that's right.
And they bought a little summer camp, and it came with all the
and
freaking
this was
lodges.
in the Catskills, and you just randomly run into somebody who used to live 15 minutes from you.
Yeah. And they're like, if you ever want to come up here, we'll rent you out a room in the Scout Lodge over there. We're like, all right.
Wow.
What you do it professionally?
Let me paint a picture for you real quick. So it's this long building that has all these like little basically like little cabin rooms, right?
Okay.
And there's an old screen door, and you open the old screen door and you just see all kinds of stuff in the hallways.
It's an antique store, too.
It's an antique store as well, and each room has different stuff in it.
Do you know about antique stores? You know what
about.
doesn't sell? All the fucking scary stuff.
The scary stuff?
And there was a whole room.
Oh, the dolls?
You need to close this door.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Annabelle shit.
Yeah. Annabelle.
Oh.
Catskills Annabelle, dude.
Yeah.
That's
like
worse.
any old
She
clown
knows
toys
bears.
when toys were clowns.
Oh shit! I just had an idea.
Like that?
I had an idea.
Pest trucks?
We should no. We should shoot like a what do you call it? Like a little horror movie, like a
little spoof Halloween
movie.
movie.
And we'll go up there and
little mini film
and shoot it there
with that fog in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, see, that was beautiful. So we got up. So going back to. Let's get back to the thing.
What were we talking about?
So we got up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we went out, and just the clouds that were descended like from the mountains.
That's cool.
I was like, PJ, isn't this like...
Okay, Weather Channel.
Mark, sorry. That was a lightning alert, by the way.
PJ, I told him, I was like, PJ, is this like morning golden hour for film? He's like, actually, there's blue hour. And gave me this whole dissertation on the time. I'm like, nobody wants to hear this process. Like, I just thought it was a nice time
Isn't
of
it
day.
cool smokiness? Like, it's neat.
and I was
in
like,
the Smokies?
well, I took
That's next.
Honestly, a lot of the things
next.
A lot of the things that I took pictures of, like getting into photography and stuff, it was all pretty much landscape shots.
Yeah.
I had never shot a subject before, so Kyle was like my first subject. So I was taking all these great pictures.
Oh, we did a photo shoot in the same antique store we're talking about with the Super 8. PJ's like, now grab that checkers board and pull that towards
Oh,
Yeah, like you're picking like that on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
And
And
then
then if I saw any of
Look
those
at that
shots.
spoon deeply.
I'd like to see some of the
Actually,
stuff.
there's if you go to my Instagram, there's my Instagram Westkill reel that I did and it has some of that in there.
Felt weird being a subject. I felt like a...
Yeah, but the thing was though, like I thought I took some pretty cool pictures.
did,
of, like,
you did, you
you
did.
know, like
Very rare where I look at a picture of myself and say, that's pretty good.
You know, like
Very rare.
There's the one picture that we took on the bridge.
Yes.
And then that was blue hour.
Yep.
Right. And then there was a little bit later where it was more golden hour.
Up on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when we took pictures like at Westkill, like while you were setting up and stuff, you know, that was it was such a beautiful place.
Put the
there.
drone up.
I have to go next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I have to go next time.
Yeah,
You would
abs-
love it. It's the chillest thing. They have food. They have beer. They
Oh.
have a little entertainment.
The
they have
diner?
The little... Dude.
That food was so good.
We went to a
At that
little hole-in-the-wall diner. Actually, me and Christy Airbnb'd in that little town one time where we went to the diner. But it was one of those diners where it's like, we got 8 things on the menu. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. And
Yeah.
seriously, there was like one.
What did I
special-
have? I had like the garbage truck.
There's a special.
Bowl.
We take all the
Garbage plate?
ingredients, the leftover garbage. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
truck.
yeah. We're in upstate New York, so
Yeah,
it's a garbage
plate,
Yeah,
Yeah,
He had
but it
that.
came in like a big
Rochester special.
Yeah.
like an oversized like soup bowl.
Yeah, like a dog bowl kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, exactly.
So
it had
simple.
it had a little handle on it.
That's so nice.
I looked over. I was like,
so-
I wonder if PJ can eat as much as he used to. I come out of the bathroom. He's like, that was good. Let's get.
That's why we got to go back.
It's such a good. Like my goal in life. There's very few places I want to retire. One is Tennessee. One is the Catskills.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the two.
Yeah, the Catskills were amazing. Colorado though. Colorado's got my heart.
Yeah,
Like
you got some great shots from that trip.
dude, those shots were
the mountain
great.
shots you took. Is that from that?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
So-
was-
They on your Instagram too.
yeah.
I haven't really been focusing on being like content creator. I've
Right.
been more focusing on like doing the work and then, and I've been
Okay.
I've been concentrating on other people's stuff that I make for their
I
stuff.
feel like the fall is like a boom of content creation because
Yeah.
everybody's not exhausted from the heat. And
Yeah.
stuff. Where,
That's
where
just
do
when people get back to work.
That's
That's
kinda
just
where-
kind of
that's-
natural. That's what it is.
Like what sucks is I have such a physically labor intensive job that by the time I get home from work, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I wanna-
There's so many things going on.
I wanna-
in
Tell
summer.
me-
every weekend is full.
I want to take a shower. I want to eat dinner, and I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
and
have
then
time.
on the weekends, there's stuff going on. People
Yeah.
are having picnics, birthdays. You want to go do
Summers
this,
are
wanna go
busy,
do that.
dude, and then
So
and then you
it's
got to
like-
squeeze in one vacation somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
Talking about
So-
squeeze, I gotta squeeze a leak, like
You just-
hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here.
We could do that. That's fine. That's another good episode of Full Size Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm gonna squeeze
I like
a lemon.
it. More to come in the future. This was good. Like us, subscribe to us. We're going to be on YouTube. If you're not listening to the YouTube channel, PJ tried to drop Mike and catch it, and he did not.
Full Size Podcast on Instagram.
Yes, Full Slice Podcast on Instagram, YouTube as well. More content coming. We're going to try to put out some reels and stuff too, and the shorts on YouTube. Lots more stuff coming down the pipeline, so stick around.
This is Full Slice Podcast.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing.
We don't either, but we'll be right back.